Daniel adjusted the strap on his vest, his fingers trembling slightly. His bodycam's red light blinked steadily, recording every breath, every doubt. He had been on dozens of raids before, but something about this one, the whispered rumors of a $200 million shipment, the coded messages intercepted over the last few weeks, made the air heavier. He took one last look at the photo inside his vest, his late brother, Marcus. The one who'd been swallowed whole by the same poison Daniel now fought to eradicate: drugs. "Let's end this," he whispered under his breath. They moved in silence through the narrow alleyways, boots splashing through puddles, the rain masking their movements. At the end of the block stood an old warehouse, barely held together by rust and shadows. Inside was rumored to be one of the largest drug operations in U.S. history, a cartel shipment worth $200 million. When Miller gave the signal, the doors burst open. The echo of gunfire split the night. Daniel dove behind a steel beam, his heart hammering as bullets tore through the air. His bodycam caught everything: the chaos, the shouting, the terror. He moved instinctively, returning fire, his training taking over where fear wanted to live. Then he saw her. In the corner of the warehouse, huddled behind crates of cocaine, was a young girl, no older than 12, crying silently, her hands bound. Her eyes met his, wide with terror and pleading for mercy. "Hold your fire," Daniel shouted, stepping out from cover. But in that split second, a figure emerged behind her, one of the cartel guards, gun raised. Daniel fired. The man dropped instantly. He rushed to the girl, cutting her free. "You're safe now. You're okay." She didn't speak. She just clung to him, trembling. As backup stormed in and the cartel members were subdued, Daniel's bodycam continued to record the mountains of drugs, the arrests, the evidence of unimaginable wealth built on ruin. But for him, none of it mattered anymore. All he could see was that girl's face. When he carried her out into the rain, the media cameras were already there. The footage went viral within hours, the hero officer rescuing a trafficked child amidst a $200 million bust. But Daniel didn't feel like a hero. He felt haunted. That night, as he sat alone in his car, the weight of what he'd seen pressed down like a mountain. His reflection in the rearview mirror looked older, emptier. "Marcus," he whispered, looking at his brother's photo again. "I saved one, but I couldn't save you." The bodycam footage was broadcast nationwide, praised as proof of courage and justice, but only Daniel knew the truth. Behind that act of heroism was a storm of guilt and grief, one that would change the course of his soul forever. Chapter 2: The Price of Redemption. Months passed, but Daniel couldn't escape that night. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the girl's trembling hands. He heard the gunshots. He felt the ghost of his brother's voice: "You can't save everyone, Danny." The girl, named Sophia, had been rescued from a human trafficking ring that used children to move drugs undetected. Her testimony helped dismantle one of the most powerful cartels in the world. But she was broken, traumatized beyond words. Daniel visited her at the shelter every week. At first, she wouldn't speak. She would just stare out the window, lost somewhere far away. But slowly, with patience, the silence began to crack. "You saved me," she whispered one day, her voice barely audible. Daniel smiled softly. "No, Sophia. You saved me." It was true. Through her healing, he found his own. He began volunteering at the shelter, working with children rescued from trafficking and addiction. The same media that had once painted him as a hero now ignored him, but Daniel didn't care. His purpose had shifted, from arresting to healing, from punishment to redemption. Still, the nightmares never completely left. The bodycam footage, his moment of fame, became both a blessing and a curse. It showed the world what courage looked like, but every time he saw it replayed on TV, his heart twisted. He knew the real story wasn't about glory. It was about broken souls finding a way back to light. One evening, years later, he stood on the same street where it all began. The rain was falling again, soft and steady. He had retired from the force now, his badge hanging on the wall of his small apartment. Sophia, now 16, walked beside him. She had been adopted by a kind family and was thriving in school. Do you ever miss it? She asked quietly. The job? He smiled faintly. Sometimes. But I don't miss who I was. She looked at him curiously. And who were you? He turned to her, the city lights reflecting in his tired eyes. A man trying to fight darkness with anger. But I learned something from you, Sophia. Sometimes light doesn't come from the fight, it comes from forgiveness. She smiled, her eyes glistening. Then you did save me. Daniel placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. No, kid. We saved each other. As they walked away, the bodycam footage that had once gone viral resurfaced online again, edited this time, not by the media, but by a local youth group raising awareness for human trafficking. The final frame showed Daniel carrying Sophia into the rain, with a single line beneath it.